let me ask you something. How many times have you put everything and everyone else before the one who gave you breath? How many times have you chased money, status, relationships, and validation, only to end up feeling lost, drained, and empty? You hustle, you grind, you push yourself to the limit, but let me tell you something right now. If God ain't first, everything else is out of order. You can have all the talent in the world, but if your foundation is weak, life will humble you quick. The money? It can disappear overnight. The fame? Here today, gone tomorrow. That dream you're chasing? If it's not built on the right foundation, it won't last. But when you put God first, listen to me. When you make Him the center of everything you do, your grind changes, your mindset shifts, your life takes on a new meaning. So, sit tight, because today I'm going to show you why putting God first is the ultimate game changer. I'm going to show you how it will elevate your purpose, strengthen your discipline, and give you a power that no man, no struggle, no failure can take from you. Let's go! 1. Foundation Terminus the future. Listen, you don't build a mansion on sand. Why? Because when the storm hits, it crumbles. Life works the same way. Some of you all are out here building your future on shaky ground, on opinions, on temporary success, on social media clout, and then you wonder why nothing lasts. If you want to stand strong when life throws punches, you need a foundation that won't crack. And that foundation is God. 2. Faith over fear. Fear will tell you that you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, that your past defines you. But faith? Faith reminds you that the same God who brought you through before will do it again. You either let fear paralyze you, or you let faith empower you. And when you put God first, faith becomes your fuel. 3. Purpose over popularity. Too many people are living for likes instead of living for purpose. What happens when the applause stops, when people move on? If your worth is based on people's opinions, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But when you chase purpose, when you let God direct your steps, you stop worrying about impressing people and start focusing on impacting lives. When you put God first, your foundation changes. You're no longer standing on what's popular or what's easy. You're standing on truth. You're standing on wisdom. You're standing on something that won't crack under pressure. See, when life throws storms at you, when things don't go your way, when people walk away, you won't break, because your foundation holds strong. If you want to build something that lasts, start with what matters. Start with something unshakable. Because when your foundation is solid, no storm, no struggle, no setback can take you down. Fear will keep you stuck. Fear will make you second-guess yourself. Fear will have you looking at your dreams like they're too big, your goals like they're too far, and your challenges like they're too much to handle. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. Fear will whisper in your ear and tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. It will remind you of every mistake, every failure, every time things didn't go your way. And if you let it, fear will paralyze you. It will stop you before you even get started. But faith? Faith moves differently. Faith doesn't need all the answers. Faith doesn't wait until everything is perfect. Faith steps out, even when things look impossible. Faith says, I don't see a way yet, but I know one is coming. Some of you are waiting for the fear to go away before you take action. But that's not how this works. Fear doesn't leave first. Faith has to move first. You have to take the step even while you're scared. You have to trust even when you don't have all the details. Because when you put God first, when you lean on faith instead of fear, doors start opening, strength starts building, miracles start happening. Fear wants to control you. Faith wants to free you. So, which one are you going to listen to? Too many people are living for the applause instead of living for their assignment. They chase likes, they chase validation, they want to be seen, heard, and praised by the world. But here's the problem. When your worth is based on people's opinions, you will always be a prisoner to their approval. One day they love you, the next day they forget you. One moment they cheer for you, the next moment they criticize you. And if your identity is tied to their applause, what happens when the applause stops? That's why you can't live for popularity, you have to live for purpose. Popularity fades, but purpose fulfills. Popularity is about what people think of you, but purpose is about what you were created to do. And when you're walking in your purpose, you don't need validation from anyone because you already know who you are and why you're here. When you put God first, you stop chasing clout and start chasing calling. You stop worrying about what people think and start focusing on what you were built to do. Purpose gives your life meaning. It gives your grind direction. It gives you a reason to push forward when things get tough. So, ask yourself, are you chasing what's temporary, or are you building something that will last? Are you living for the likes, or are you living for the legacy? Because the moment you choose purpose over popularity, your life changes forever. You can't pray for a breakthrough and then live like the process doesn't apply to you. Too many people want the blessing without the discipline. They want the reward without the obedience. They ask God for opportunities, success, and favor, but when it comes time to follow the principles that unlock those things, they take shortcuts, make excuses, or try to do it their own way. But listen, obedience is the key that opens the right doors. You can hustle all you want, you can grind harder than anybody else, but if you're not aligned with the principles that bring success, you're going to keep running into walls. See, God doesn't just bless hard work, He blesses order, He blesses discipline. He blesses those who move with integrity, patience, and faith. Some of you are frustrated because you're grinding every day but not seeing results. But the question is, are you being obedient to the process? Are you cutting corners, or are you trusting the steps? Because when you truly put God first, you don't just move on your own time. You move on His time. The doors you've been praying for will open, but only when you're prepared to walk through them. And that preparation comes from obedience, doing the right things even when it's hard, even when no one's watching, even when it feels like nothing is happening. So if you want to see the breakthrough, if you want to level up, if you want doors to start opening, stop resisting the process and start aligning with the principles, because when obedience meets opportunity, that's when real success happens.